Good morning everyone. My name is Lynn and I am Pretty Papercraft 67. I'm coming to you today. It's design team project time again for Fiona Colley at Lavender Blue. This month I have gone back to basics and I've done a mini album. When I first started paper crafting, I did the whole card deal, you make many greeting cards and did the whole Stampin' Up thing, or prior to that I used to do scrapbooking with photographs and things like that. And then after the cards I progressed onto mini albums. I really enjoy making mini albums. I've made many and I've given them away as gifts many times. And they're just a really nice little alternative to memory keeping. The kit that I've chosen this month from Fiona is called the Cherry Blossom Paper Collection. It's a big collection. There's 16 A4 size pages, and you can also get a add-on kit in this particular design, an ephemera kit, and that contains 6 pages, I believe. And there's envelopes, tags, tickets, discs, all sorts of little bits and pieces of ephemera in that add-on kit. So really worth checking out if you like this type of design. I do. It's a really pretty design, cherry blossoms. The mini album that I've made is quite junky. Turned out a lot junkier than I thought it would, which I don't mind. I love junk. I love it to be grungy and old-fashioned looking. This mini album measures, what is that, 7 inches or about 17.5 centimetres in length, and the width is 13 centimetres or 5.25 inches, and I have got a 1-inch spine, so that's about 2.5 centimetre spine. So it's a nice size album. It fits nicely in your hand. They look pretty just displayed on shelves, to be honest. I've got quite a few throughout my home as decor. So the kit, I've left the front page quite blank because I really love this pattern. It reminds me of like old wallpaper. It's got your darker blue, like a denim blue, and then it fades out into this really washed out, almost like a washed out white colouring, and it's just got your cherry blossom images all over it, and I just loved it. So I didn't want to cover it up. I just thought it looked really old. The spine I've just accented in a strip from the same paper, and then the back is just more of the same, left all blank. I've coffee stained, I've distress inked and machine stitched a lot throughout this album. And the tie, I've just fixed the tie behind the spine so it's a permanent fix. And it's just a pink satin ribbon. So we'll get into the album. The first page, all of the background pages throughout this album are all part of the kit. It's a very nice kit. It's a big kit, so you can do a lot with this one. We open up on the first page, some more of the kit, and I've just made that into a pocket in the front there. And this one here, this is another one of Fiona's kits, the butterflies and lace. I've just made that into a journal tag, a double fold. You could put it over the page. It could be an over the page accent in your album or your junk journal. So it just lives in here. And this little part here it's just like a floating tag. I've actually used magnets in this one. I've put a magnet in behind here and a magnet in behind here. It just kind of clips in, so it just floats on the top of the page. This is part of the add-on Cherry Blossom add-on kit. It's just a little to and from label, and I've just backed it with some coffee. No, actually, this is part of the kit. It's the lined page. So I've just backed it with that and just machine stitched and distress inked. And this one is just the background, is one of the pages from the kit, and I've just made a little vellum pocket with a wax seal. And this little piece of ephemera comes in the add-on as well, so I'll just put that one in there. And yeah, like I said, they just, the magnet helps to hold them and they just float on the top of the page there like that. With mini albums, it's like flip books, to be honest. They're really nice for photograph keeping. So this album contains a lot of flips and flaps and bits and pieces. So this part here, the kit, and in the add-on kit, you get these little tickets. So I've just made a little tuck spot there with a bit of fabric calico and a bit of organza lace there. And this one here comes in the kit. It's probably supposed to be like two tags, but I've just kept them as a little booklet, and yeah, I just think that's sweet to slip in there. And then a little flip, and I've still left a fair amount of journaling space in this album. So this is part of the kit again. It's just the aligned background page. A pocket, which I've put a little accent there. You get some little price points in the add-on kit and some little floral images. So I've just fussy cut and machine stitched that onto the pocket. And this part is part of the add-on kit as well. Again, 2 tags, but I've just kept them as a booklet, and I've just lined them with some coffee dyed graph paper and machine stitched around the edge. And this one here is just something from my stash. It's a little Franken page that I was playing with, and I've just made that into a little book. So they live nicely together in there. Flipping over, I've done a belly band. I've done a double belly band. Now these envelopes, these are part of the add-on kit. Love this print. It's very lovely. Again, it's got that old wallpaper feel to it. So your envelope, you could not seal it and use it as a journaling spot. This little envelope, the label comes as part of it. It's all printed on together, which I think is a great idea. And I really like the little fancy edge on the back of this envelope. And I've just created this double belly band. So the bigger envelope just, of course not. The bigger envelope sits at the back like so. And then I've just created a second band for that one to sit in. So a double belly band, and this little disc here is part of the add-on kit, and Cherry Blossom is the name of the kit, so I just thought I would pop that on there. Some more blank journals page, and in this one there's a pocket, so I've just, all the scraps that I had left over from after decorating, I've just made just a collaged journal tag there, and just a little pool of sari silk. So he lives nicely up in there. This here, again, there's another pocket in here. I just don't have anything in there at this point. But this little envelope is really sweet. Again, part of the kit, and the disc and the price point. So I've just put that to the side, and just as a little tuck spot. And these are just a couple of bits of ephemera that I had from a Stamperia paper pack. So I just thought they looked nice there. This one here, again, all the papers are part of the Cherry Blossom kit. Just a little bit of embellishment there, a tag and some die cut fern, and it's just a double journal card. But I've collaged the background of this page and just attached it onto there. Again, some more blank journal spaces. Here again, a collaged piece with a little button, a bit of fabric, and it flips this way. And I've just made this one here. It's the altered window envelope. So again, I've just used a lot of collage. The background here is really quite pretty. It's like a stenciled effect, really grungy, really old looking. So I've just altered the window envelope, and I have just made a little journal card to suit. Just backed it on some coffee dye, and that's one of the stamps from the tickets rather from the add-on kit. So yeah, he just slips in there nicely. And, oh, actually, there's also a tuck spot at the back of that. I've kept that, so you've got your envelope, and then you've got room at the back for another tuck, for something else to tuck into there. Again, a pocket up the top. So again, this was an envelope that I had made up that I had in my stash. and again another collaged journal card with the scraps left over from after I've decorated the album. And I've just created a pocket here, and I've just put in just a plain manila journal card. I've just stamped it with a Stampin' Up stamp and done some machine stitching and so forth. That is beautiful. Look at that. And I don't know if the camera brings up the colour very well, but it's a very pretty, like a fairy floss pink, and it's mottled background, really lovely. And I thought it worked beautifully with this one here. So that's a pocket up the top there, and then this is part of ephemera from the add-on kit and another little postcard. So I've created another little pocket in the front. Oops. And I've just put those in there. Another blank page for journaling, or you could add, you know, photographs. You yourself could put another pocket in there if you wanted one. Just yeah, for me it would be a journaling spot. A side pocket. This one here is very pretty. This part of the kit, and it's a very oriental influence. This one, it's got the Japanese writing at the back of the little bird, robin's red breast or swallow. Lots and lots of little accents of the cherry blossom, and behind it, again, to me this page has an oriental feel to it, very, very old-fashioned looking. So I teamed them together because of the red tones, and then yeah, just made a large journal tag with a bit of a satin ribbon tie on that one. This one here, 2 little pockets. The papers from the kit, and I've just done 2 single little pockets facing outwards to your right, and I've just put in there a couple of little floral tags that I had made up with some green satin ribbon, so they look pretty. And I like that because the ribbon hangs out over the edge of the album. Flip over again to another flip. This one here, this is, I don't know why, but this is one of my favourite pages in the kit. It's like a candy stripe, and it's just really, really pretty. So another part of the ephemera, I've just teamed it with some fabric and a paper ruffle. I've put a little resin flat back embellishment on there. This was just part of the Tim Holtz range, so I'll pop that one in there. And this one too comes in the kit, in the add-on kit. I guess they would be the size of like the ATC cards, but again, I've just kept them as a little booklet. I just think they're sweet. You could put a photograph there and then journal about what the photograph, or a ticket stub, or a receipt, or anything memory keeping wise. So, pardon me, so I've just put that one there. And again, it flips out. I've just kept that candy stripe colour background there. I just really like that one, and I just love the way it teams up very well with the pinks in this page. Have a drink of coffee. And I've just made this one like a little side tuck pocket. Again, another envelope from the add-on kit. Again, this postcard is actually printed into the template of the envelope, so that's a really nice idea. And again, it's got that really cute little accent closure type thing. You could actually cut a slit in this side here, and then you could fold it in so like that as your closure. But I've just left it blank for now. And again, just another plain stamped journal card on manila. So pop that one in there. This side here, we've got this old stenciled type background again. I don't know that that's picking up real well. But yeah, I've just made like a little coffee stained paper booklet. It's probably got about 8 little pages in there. And I've just attached it onto the book with a organza ribbon, but kept it's stuck on there. You can't lift that off. So that's that page, just some more journaling space. This one here is another side pocket, a little piece of ephemera that I had in my stash, and a little crocheted flower. But yeah, this candy stripe again, which I think works beautifully. And then a disc from the book that I've just teamed, from the kit that I've just teamed up with a little bit of antique lace that I have. And just another plain journal card with a a brown organza top pull ribbon there. Some more blank journal page and a pocket in there. I just haven't got anything in there as yet. Over onto this page. This here is it's got an oriental influence to me, but this one is really lovely where it's like really washed out, and then you've got just pops of the red through it. And I just put some lace along the top there, and yeah, some die cuts, leaves, some botanical types, and I've just put a bit of cheesecloth there behind it to back it. This is another page from the kit, but it's an envelope template from Genevieve Designs on YouTube. So that's yeah, you could use it as an envelope. You could use it to contain ephemera, or it could be just another little journal spot throughout the album. And I've just put in a little bookmark there that's from the Stamperia. I don't know what the paper line is called, to be honest. I've got it here somewhere, but I don't feel like having to rummage through. But it was like lilacs and butterflies, very, very nice. Lots of music notes and things like that. So they live in there. On this page here, I've done a waterfall. It's closed with the pink satin ribbon, and I've attached the pink satin ribbon behind the waterfall, and then attached that to the page. So that is permanent. That won't come out. This page here is beautiful. The green is so vibrant, really, really bright, and it's fresh. So I've just teamed that up, a little embellishment, lots of Tim Holtz, and a ticket from the kit, from Fiona's kit. And then I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 flips, and they just flip out, and you can put, like, you can journal, photograph, whatever you like to do. It's just a nice little accent to mini albums, these little waterfalls. So there's 5 of those, and then at the back here I've just popped a little pocket on. I haven't got anything in there just yet, but yeah, so this is part of that back further where we looked at that page with the little bird on it. This is part of that page, and they're beautiful, really big flowers, very pretty. And so that just ties up. This will be a feat trying to tie a bow on camera. I can't tie bows at the best of time, but doing it on camera will be a challenge, so we'll see how we go. There we go, did it. Flip it back over, another plain page for journaling. This one here, this is really lovely, a page from the kit as well. Unfortunately, this one was a mistake. I meant for this to be a flip and you could insert a tag in there, but I got a little bit too sew happy as I was sewing, and I have sewn the opening closed. So it's just a flip journal space at the back, and behind that is just another little pocket. I've just included a little bit of ephemera from my stash. But yeah, this is part of the add-on kit again. It's two little, I guess they would be ATC size cards, but I've again just kept them as a little booklet, and another little ticket that comes in the kit. I think you get 6 of those little tickets. And they're really great for page embellishments or just to add as extra ephemera, so really lovely. Another plain journal page, and then the last page here is yeah, from the kit, and it's a pocket. And I just put in some Stamperia cutter parts that I had from one of their paper lines. I really like using Stamperia. It's a very pretty, all of their paper lines are beautiful. There's not one that I've bought that I haven't liked. So yeah, so that is the mini album for the month of February for the design team project, Fiona Colley at Lavender Blue. I'll link all of Fiona's social media down below in the description box. Yeah, so if you like cherry blossoms and you like that sort of old world feel, it's definitely worth going over to Fiona's Etsy and having a look at the listing. I'll link it directly below. Mini albums, they're just such fun. You know, I find, I love junk journaling, I can't lie, I love it, but I don't know, just of late I've just kind of lost my mojo, as people say. I've had a lot going on, and yeah, crafting, I love it, but crafting has kind of I just have no flow. So I thought I'd go back to basics. You know, junk journals, I love them, but you know, they're big, and they're the way that I do junk journals. I seem to put a lot of embellishments in my junk journals, and they are taking me forever. I've got one that I've been doing for months now, and I just can't kind of get there to get it finished. But you know, all in good time. Don't know whether it's this whole social distancing, isolation thing, or if it's just that life has gotten in the way. But yeah, mini albums are a great go-to when I just don't want to do a big junk journal, because they're really quick. But yeah, so it could look really pretty just sitting on a shelf. So anyway, that is about it for me today. I hope you're all having a great day, and beautiful weather. It's a bit cooler at the moment here in Brisbane, so I'm loving that. So yeah, thank you all very much for jumping on and watching today. As I said, I'll link all Fiona's links down below. And yeah, hoping everyone has a lovely day. Hope you're getting some time for crafting, and I'll catch up with you again soon. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.